Welcome to Old World Wanderings, Episode 6. This is for entertainment purposes only. What you're looking at is St. Patrick's Church. This was going to be the original topic of this wandering, but as I did my research on this church, it dove me directly into a deep, deep rabbit hole of information that I couldn't have possibly imagined. And that rabbit hole led me straight to this man. His name is William Ginther. He is quite possibly the greatest American architect ever. This man is responsible or credited with building 113 ornate stone structures from California to Oklahoma, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, and Virginia. Now, I understand that an architect doesn't build a building. They draw up the plans for the building and then they pass the plans on to a contractor, and the contractor executes the plan. I was talking with an architect and he said to build a house might take him a month to draw the plans. To build a store or something bigger, 2 to 3 months. To build something the size of, say, a cathedral could take up to a year. And I said, what if you're the best architectural designer in the world? He said it could take 6 months to a year. He built 131 of these, all of them out of stone, all of them ornate, all of them old world style. He never built a house, never built a store, a gas station, nothing out of wood ever. He's not credited with anything other than gigantic stone structures and cathedrals. Now, I am by no way, shape, or form trying to discredit or defame William Ginther. I'm sure he was an amazing architect. But what the mainstream narrative likes to do is hide these things within the story. And what I believe they did here is that they found William Ginther a notable architect, and they peppered his resume with these buildings. Now, if you look at a lot of the dates, they were all built right around the turn of the century. So many so that there is no possible way that it could be William Ginther, because the architect needs to be on scene for much of the building, especially back then. There were phones. But do you think every construction site had a phone that they could just call Ginther if they had a problem? Think they were going to wait on a letter to get to Ginther if they had a problem? No, Ginther had to be there. He had to travel around it. At one point, he had a structure going in California, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York all at the same time. This guy had a family. This guy was a person. He had a 40-year career. He would have been traveling constantly. There is no possible way they could have built all these. And another thing, that one says constructed in 1905. Anytime you see one date, that means that they say that it was built in that year. 1 year. Anytime there's a hyphen, there's 2 years. And then obviously we all know what the founded on date means, the dedicated date means, things like that. So not only that, he's building, the construction companies are throwing, look at this, just a gigantic, look how big that is. It is so gorgeous. All these ornate old school buildings. And what I'm trying to do is open the eyes to people that might not believe it. Maybe you're on the fence. Also, I want to assure you that I am not trying to embellish or exaggerate any of these dates. Okay, what I did is when I went through, I took the mainstream narrative, the Wikipedia of William Ginther, and I tried to hash out what I feel would be the most realistic date of construction that William Ginther could have been available to do it, and that's what I chose. Because most of these say that they were founded in the 1830s. Most of them said 1837 by German immigrants. I don't know why that seems to be a repeating pattern. 1837, German immigrants. But I didn't choose those dates because I thought that'd be a little too easy. Might be a little too convoluted. Might seem like I'm trying to trick you. I am not trying to trick you. I dug. Look at this one in Oklahoma. 2 years it took him to build that. He was also working on structures in Pennsylvania, Ohio, and New York at the same time. It's one of my favorites. So, I'm not trying to defame him. What I'm trying to say is that they took a great architect and they slid these in. What I'm trying to do is wake people up. What I'm trying to do is change the narrative so people can go back and look at our past and realize that we have 100% been lied to about where these buildings came from, who built them, how long it took them to be constructed, and actually what they were for. Look at how gorgeous that is. Dedicated, 1907. Dedicated. Must be great. Just put dedicated on there, snap your fingers, and slap it into his resume, and it's good. We're good. Everything's good. Nothing to see here. He never built anything out of wood. Everything was churches, schools, colleges, hospitals. This is my favorite Ginther. That's made of yellow limestone, which gives it its gold hue. It's so gorgeous. So as we go through, we'll see another one built in 1 year. Dedicated 1915. All of these, it's a recurring theme. And if you know what I'm talking about, we're talking about Tartaria. We're talking about the old world. How the old world has been hidden from us. Our history, we've been lied to, the timeline. Ginther started 1870 to 1872, he was 19. Like, some of these structures, it says he was 9 years old. One said he was he would have been 2 years old when it was built. Okay? It doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. That's a school, it looks like a Roman Colosseum. That's another school. That's supposed to be a school in a church. 1888. It's really kind of strange. Why? I can't figure it out. I hope we can do it together. I really, and I want you also to know that I'm not doing this for clicks. Okay? I am doing this out of passion. I am genuinely interested. Like, I found Tartaria, and I haven't been able to move from it since. And I see these things. I'm just looking at a church, and I look at the architect, and then boom, I look at his Wikipedia, and I go, oh my God. Ginther was 2 years old when those were born. Or, sorry, 2 years old when those were built, those two buildings. It's hilarious. The story, it's got cracks, it's got holes, all kinds. And we're finding them. And people are waking up. Now, a lot of people are going to laugh. A lot of people are going to lump me into some conspiracy theory box, but I don't care, because when I look at these things, I know that this wasn't built in a year. There is no chance. None of these. Founded 1903, another founded building. Look at that school. That's a school. Does it look like a school? I've never seen a school like that. Never in my whole life. Never, ever, ever. Yeah. So we look at these buildings, we look at his resume, and this isn't even all of them. Some of them didn't have construction history, so I didn't put them in. Just because there weren't any pictures, I couldn't get definitive proof, and I didn't want to fluff it. I didn't want it to be fluffy. I didn't want it to seem like I was lying. I didn't want to seem like I was trying to trick you, because we've been tricked. Look at that, 1889. Look at that gargantuan. Look at this Roman Colosseum. That's a school. It's great. That's a hospital with the dome on the top. That is a hospital overlooking Niagara Falls, because the patients must needed to look over Niagara Falls when they were getting surgery. But again, this is Old World Wanderings. This is what we do. I'm looking for naysayers. I'm looking for debunkers. Come in here and tell me I'm wrong and show me where I'm wrong. I'd love to learn with you. Please drop me a comment, drop me a follow, drop me a like, and always keep wandering.